3 games. The Division 2 and its plans for Year 5 of new seasonal content, a new game mode, and a new DLC. The Division Resurgence, the full-blown free-to-play RPG shooter coming to mobile devices. And The Division Heartland, the PvEVP survival action shooter, coming for free to consoles, cloud, and PC. We've got a lot to cover, and we've got a Twitch drop queued up for you, so get comfy and let's get it going. We'll start with Year 5 of The Division 2. It'll start with Season 1, Broken Wings, which is bringing a new twist on manhunts and introducing a new game mode called Descent. Now, I think a new game mode calls for a new game mode trailer, and what do you know? I've got one right here. Let the sickness take them!
The Division trained you to operate at your limits. This simulation will push you beyond them. But I'm confident in your abilities.
Simulation restarted.
Suit up, agents. It's time to see what you're capable of.
Descent is a roguelite mode coming free to all Division 2 players when Year 5 begins, and that is just the start. Back to the roadmap, you can see in Season 1 the start of a multi-season rebuild of the Castle Settlement that'll bring the devastated landmark back to life with renewed purpose. Season 2 will bring a challenging new incursion as you venture out to the Merritt Estate to confront the Cleaners. And in Season 3, it's back to New York City for the holidays and new revelations about Aaron Keener and his rogues. And then in Season 4, new story DLC with new zones, new main missions, and a whole new endgame structure. I'll kick off. Season 1 Broken Wings takes flight in early June, or doesn't fly because the wings are broken? I don't know. We'll find out together in early June. The Division Resurgence is bringing a full-fledged Division experience to Android and iOS devices. We're talking campaign, solo, and co-op, new signature weapons, new gadgets, new enemy factions, a new storyline that bridges the gap between the Division and the Division 2. And you can be among the first to play the Division Resurgence during an upcoming test phase this summer. Sign up now at thedivisionresurgence.com for your chance to get into the test.
Welcome to Silver Creek, a sweet little town in middle America. You know the kind. Pumpkin patches, apple pies, and the best damn cup of coffee you'll ever have. Silver Creek was perfect, up until it wasn't. The green poison changed everything for everyone. It started in New York on Black Friday, the biggest shopping day of the year. They called it the dollar flu because it spread on money. The virus knew no boundaries. No matter where it hit, the bodies piled up. And when it spread to Silver Creek, the result was the same: death. I'm Division Agent Mackenzie Reed. Originally from Kansas, I was stationed in Boston when the shit hit the fan after Black Friday. I left Boston and came to Silver Creek looking for Killian Tower, my commander. Well, he was my commander until recently. For reasons unknown, he disavowed the division and is now a rogue agent. Killian betrayed my team and murdered them. He gunned them down and fled. No clues, no motive, only a bloody trail for me to follow. That trail has led me to Silver Creek. I wasn't prepared for what I found. I wanted answers, but all I got was more questions. Why is the virus different here? Why did Killian murder the team he proudly commanded? And why is he amassing an army of Reapers in Silver Creek? Everything I've seen tells me that Silver Creek's at the heart of something big. I can't do this alone, Agent. I need your help.
Division 2 starts in early June. Signups are open now for upcoming playtests for the Division Resurgence and the Division Heartland. I'm Chris Waters, and on behalf of the Ubisoft folks working worldwide to bring you new stories, adventures, and challenges in the world of the Division, thank you for watching. We're going to send you off now with a video that brings together all the Division games onto one timeline to help you see how they all intersect. This is going to include some glimpses of events you've never been able to play before that will be featured in the Division Resurgence. Enjoy!
Agents, as new recruits to the Strategic Homeland Division, it is my job to bring you up to speed with what's happened. So pay attention closely, as we don't have much time. In late November, a man-made disease called the Green Poison was unleashed into Manhattan on one of retail's busiest days of the year, Black Friday. By early December, New York was brought to its knees. The world watched closely as the events unfold. Ultimately, Presidential Directive 51 was executed, and the agents were activated to protect civilians and key locations. It wasn't long before reports started pouring in from first-wave agents about the unimaginable levels of chaos that they were witnessing. Among other missions, first-wave agents are tasked with escorting a local community leader to safety, but find themselves coming to the aid of the Trinity Church, which is under attack by raiders. They arrived, but were too late. The group had already left, and had taken a number of key medical personnel with them as hostages. The agents were able to catch up with the raiders on Liberty Island, but this came at a cost. They continued to fight the growing violence in an attempt to restore order to the city, but within days, contact with the entire Division team in New York was lost. In early January, a new wave of Division agents in the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., was activated by the President. Food and gas shortages, combined with widespread power outages, created citywide rioting and looting. High-level government officials are relocated to secure sites around the country. After suffering heavy losses on their way into the area, the second wave begins clearing the hostile presence alongside the JTF. The effects of the dollar flu is now being felt across the globe as it continued to spread. Late January, a unit of Division agents are sent to a small town in the middle of the US called Silver Creek. Their mission was to quickly and quietly secure and protect a high-value government seed storage complex in the city. Early February, the city of Boston falls. Massachusetts agents are activated. In Washington, D.C., the situation continued to get worse. The broken chain of command in the US military caused troops to be thrown into crisis. There were desertions, widespread deaths, and the uprisings of hostile factions were starting to get out of control. Early to mid-February, first-wave agents who survived the early events of the New York City outbreak find themselves at the Manhattan base of operations. They go on to continue their mission of saving what remains and help in protecting the new peaceful civilian settlements that were starting to pop up throughout the city. It is at this time that they also encounter a new menace that has been plaguing the city, calling themselves Freemen. In March, Silver Creek's power grid went offline, but was subsequently brought back up with the help of the Nelson Botanical Conservatory. By mid-March, following a series of riots, Silver Creek's city center is barricaded to keep future refugees at arm's length. Martial law was established, and the Silver Creek Militia was formed. By early May, Washington, D.C. falls. On top of this, the SHD network has been taken down. Agents from around the nation are redirected to D.C. to restore order and repair the SHD network. All apart from the agents in Silver Creek. They are told to stand their ground, as the government complex is too important to lose, even in the face of disaster in D.C. The months between March and late June is when rural America began its heavy downward spiral, and this was going unnoticed, as support was being focused around major centers. Chaos erupts, people die, and no help comes. By late June, Silver Creek city center is engulfed by a new wave of riots and refugees. August, DC agents receive a distress call from New York City. Lower Manhattan has been attacked, and the man responsible is someone we've been looking for since the early days of the outbreak. Late August, Silver Creek has been taken over by two warring factions, calling themselves the Vultures and the Reapers. Vastly outnumbered and unprepared, an agent called in for aid over local SHD frequencies. This has just been a brief roundup of events, agents, as this is all that time allows. Command has informed me of a big intel drop coming soon, so stay alert. But for now, you have your placement details, so get out there and give them hell. Extremis Malus, Extrema Remedia.